10 signs you should be making a move on a woman. Welcome to BeyondAges.com. I'm Melanie, and today we're going to cover 10 signs that it's time to make a move on a woman. Particularly if you're out at a bar or a nightclub, it can be tough to know when the best time is. Ideally, you want to have some kind of signal that she's interested before you make your move. Just how sure do you have to be, though, before you introduce yourself? Let's take a look at a few clear signs to help you out. If at the end of this video you're looking for even more in-depth information in order to make the first move, don't forget to check out BeyondAges.com and our step-by-step video guides to attracting women online. Make yourself available for her to give you playful social touches. Women are really the first ones to make a bold move, but one of the strongest signals they'll give you is touch. It could be a gentle touch on the arm or shoulder, something subtle to let you know that they're interested. If you're standing on the other side of a table with your hands in your pockets, this can be difficult to do subtly. Instead, rest your arms on the table within reach, or if the situation allows, sit next to her. The easier it is for her to do, the more likely it is to happen. An open body posture. What about her positioning and posture? Is her body language open to you? For example, if you're sitting next to each other at the bar, is she facing directly forward or turned to face you? If you're literally getting the cold shoulder, this probably isn't the best sign. On the other hand, if she's facing you, she's much more engaged. Try to introduce your own social touches, but don't linger. Touch is a major indication, and it goes both ways. She's going to notice it if it's an opportunity for her to react quite deliberately. If she's into things going further, she'll be comfortable with your touch. If she isn't so sure, she's probably going to pull away a little to let you know it isn't okay. It doesn't have to be a large gesture, even a quick touch of her elbow or hand, as long as you're telling a story is enough. The hip and shoulder trick. As I touched on in the beginning, her posture is going to tell you much about how she's feeling right now. If you need something specific to look out for, pay attention to her hips and shoulders. If neither her hips nor shoulders are facing you, she doesn't want to be touched. If her hips or shoulders are facing yours, it's a good sign. If both her hips and her shoulders are facing yours, she's almost definitely interested. Pretty simple, huh? Leaning in. When we're interested in someone, we naturally lean in a little. We want to be closer to them. Waiters will tell you that if you were to watch people on a first date, you'd notice that both of them would be sitting straight in their chairs or slouching if they have a bad habit at the beginning of the evening. But by the end, you can tell how well the date went by how they're both sitting. Leaning in means I'm interested and engaged in what you're sharing with me right now. Sitting up straight means I haven't made up my mind yet. And leaning back means I'm looking for you to say something to change my mind. Blushing. Blushing happens when adrenaline causes your blood to flow faster and the blood vessels to open up wide. This causes the pink in the cheeks we know as blushing. If you notice that she's blushing when you're talking to her, this can be a good indication of how she's feeling. Smiling and laughing. Flirting is meant to be fun. If you're both into it, then it's always going to be fun. If she's smiling and laughing a lot, even if you're not a professional comedian, this is probably why. She's having a really good time with you. Chances are she's open to you escalating things further and seeing where the night goes. Eye contact in the triangle pattern. This is something you may have noticed happening in the past, usually just before you kiss. The flirting triangle looks from one eye to the next, then down toward the mouth. It's usually something that happens subconsciously, but it is quite obvious. It isn't a sign of mild interest. She's probably thinking about kissing you. React accordingly and make your move. Location, location, location. I can't stress how important this one is. Make sure you're in a suitable location before you go making any kind of move. In front of her friends or standing at the bar is not the right time. Instead, suggest that you go somewhere more private first. You don't want to get rejected just because of where you tried to kiss her, right? Even if she thinks you're really attractive and her friends agree, she might still be embarrassed to kiss you in front of them. Listen to what she's saying. This is some advice you'll hear in almost all of our videos. Listen to her. If things are going well and she seems excited to keep the conversation alive, that's fantastic. If you're feeling like you have to drag the conversation along though, these things happen, Sometimes people just don't click, and it's probably time to move on. Whatever the outcome, listening to what she says and how she says it will tell you so much more than you may think. For more tips on meeting and attracting attractive women, head on over to beyondages.com and check out our expert advice and detailed expert dating courses. Bye.